South Aussie with Cosi.
Welcome back, folks. Foot and mouth disease is something that by now you've probably all heard of, but unless you come from the country, you might not know exactly what it is or why you should care about it. I think this is the biggest threat to Australian agriculture that I've seen in my lifetime. And it's something that, as someone in the media, I want to do my bit to make sure all South Australians are across just how important this is. And that every single person watching right now, whether you're from a farm or from the city, needs to care about foot and mouth disease. So let's start off by answering this question. What is it?
Foot and mouth disease is a viral disease. It's highly contagious. It's exotic to Australia. That means we don't have it here.
Oh, hey, right up the front, we should clear this up. There are two diseases, but they actually sound the same, but they aren't.
A lot of people get confused. They hear foot and mouth disease and they confuse it with hand, foot and mouth disease. Hand, foot and mouth disease is a disease that affects humans, particularly young children. Foot and mouth disease is a disease that affects cloven hoofed animals.
These are alpacas. I love my alpacas so much. The little one at the back, the two-colour one, I got that for my wife for Valentine's Day. She was actually spewing. She doesn't share my love for alpacas, but I really, really wanted it. Now, when it comes to foot and mouth disease, a lot of people think cattle. Like, that's all you hear about, cows and foot and mouth disease. It's not the case. It's anything with a cloven hoof, like these alpacas. And a cloven hoof is basically where they've almost got like two toes. So it's not just cattle, it's not just alpacas, it's goats, it's pigs, it's deer, it's all of these different animals right here in Australia that foot and mouth disease would affect. And if we get it here in this country, it's going to be very bad news for these guys.
Righto, what actually happens when an animal gets foot and mouth disease?
When the animals get this virus, they get a fever and then they get what we call vesicles. They're fluid-filled blisters and they're really painful for them as well. So in cattle, what we might see is drooling. They get a lot of blisters in their mouth. They will also get blisters and these lesions on their feet.
What's super scary about this disease coming to Australia isn't the fact that it could cost our economy up to $80 billion. It's that thousands upon thousands of animals will either die or be destroyed. No one wants to see that.
What previous outbreaks overseas have shown is that the most likely way for foot and mouth to end up coming into a country is through meat products being brought illegally into Australia. So we're asking all Australians and all travellers coming to Australia to make sure that they leave everything in the country of origin that is a meat product. Those meat products, if they happen to be contaminated and were fed to animals, can cause the transmission of disease. The other thing that's really important is to clean your clothes, particularly your boots and shoes, making sure there is no mud on them and that they are clean to present and show to the biosecurity staff at the airport as well.
Yeah, look, I reckon that's a big one. If you know anyone heading to places in Southeast Asia, like Bali, and there's about 200 flights a week heading to Bali from Australia, make sure you tell them they need to be super careful and make sure they don't bring back dirty shoes or dirty clothes back, especially if they've been anywhere near farms. Aussies are great at banding together, and that's what all farmers here in South Australia are asking us to do. Well done, Aussies, on keeping this horrible disease out of this great country. Let's keep up the good work. We want our pigs and other animals to live happily ever after.
South Aussie with Cosi.